Hello, I'm Peter Pan. Introduction to Miscellaneous Roald Dahl Films, Part 1. Part 1, The BFG. The BFG, or A Big Friendly Giant, is a 2016 Disney fantasy adventure film directed by Steven Spielberg, written by Melissa Matheson, and based on the 1982 novel. One night, Sophie, a smart and brave 10-year-old girl living in a London orphanage, catches sight of an elderly giant. The giant captures her and takes her to his residence in Giant Country. He tells Sophie that he took her so that she would never reveal the existence of giants to anyone. The giant creates a nightmare to prevent her from escaping, fearing she might be eaten by larger giants. The next morning, Sophie is nearly discovered by Fleshlump-Eater, the leader of the man-eating giants, but the elderly giant drives Fleshlump-Eater away with a foul vegetable known as the snozzcumber. She persuades the elderly giant to take her to Dream Country. The giant reveals that his only name, besides Runt, the other giant's nickname for him, is the Big Friendly Giant, which leads Sophie to call him the BFG. The BFG realizes that Sophie has lost her blanket, exposing her presence to the other giants, and leaves her outside her orphanage. Revealing that his last human companion liked to read, and even taught the BFG how to read, but sadly was discovered and eaten by the giants, he is unwilling to endanger Sophie and departs. Sophie and the BFG went to Buckingham Palace and deliver the nightmare to the sleeping queen. Upon waking, the queen and her maid Mary and butler Mr. Tibbs find Sophie on the windowsill. She introduces them to the BFG, explaining that the child-eating giants are real and must be stopped. At a large breakfast, the BFG shares his favorite drink, flatulence-inducing frobscottle, and he and Sophie lead the queen's soldiers to Giant Country. The BFG plans to ambush the man-eating giants with a nightmare but has forgotten his dream trumpet. Sophie carries the nightmare herself into the midst of the giants and is confronted by Fleshlump-Eater. She releases the nightmare, which consumes the giants with guilt, except the Fleshlump-Eater, and they are caught by military helicopters. Carried away to an isolated island, the giants are left with only snozzcumber seeds to plant. Sophie gets adopted by Mary, comes to live in the Queen's palace, and awakens from a dream of the BFG, who returns to his life in Giant Country and writes the story of their adventure. She speaks to him whenever she feels lonely. At his home, the BFG hears her words and smiles. So, this video is about the BFG. Like, comment, and subscribe now.